Thanks for watching AM Northwest. If you're dating with the intention of finding a relationship, our next guest says we need to be aware of the relationship skills. Here to explain, we welcome back relationship and dating expert Kelly Hoffman. Good to see you.
Hi, great to be here.
But you say a lot of us make mistakes when it comes to thinking that dating is about relationships.
Right, and so there's, and I actually tell my clients, my potential clients, that relationship skills will kill your dating experience. And I really truly mean that. Not that you shouldn't be savvy and good at relationships, but it's the difference between you know, like buying a car versus driving a car. There's a little bit of overlap with skills, but you can buy a car and have no idea how to drive it. And if you constantly are looking for driving skills in order to buy a car better, you're going to keep buying the wrong car. And so what I see over and over again is people using relationship skills in the dating. Relationship skills are all about, I'm committed, I'm there for you, let's work this out. And that works when both people are giving 100%.
Right.
But when you're dating, that's not what the relationship is about. Dating is about selecting someone to then mutually agree to give 100% with. And so a lot of people just jump the gun and start doing relationship skills, and then they're like, why isn't this person reciprocating? I always do all the work. And they end up in dead-end relationships because they're with someone that's a great person, man or woman,
right,
but it doesn't really work, but they don't want to sever the relationship because they're such a good person. And then, you know, 2, 3, 4 years later, they're still dissatisfied. So it really is important to do the right skills at the right phase.
So let's talk then about what are dating skills.
Love it. Thank you. Dating skills specifically are, number one, getting really clear about what you want. And this isn't a list of 20 things. This is a list of very clear, specifically, what is important to you, what can you not live without, and be happy in a relationship, and then everything else should be on a sliding scale. Then the second thing is, not only do you need to figure out what you want, you need to know what that looks like in someone else. I talk with people all the time that say, oh, I want some committed, and I'm really good at picking out committed. My last 4 relationships, I was with committed people, but then after 6 months, you know, it went south. I'm like, that's not, then you didn't pick out committed people. You picked out people that you thought were committed and that weren't able to match your commitment level in the relationship. So be able to really see, okay, this person is doing X, Y, and Z. That tells me that they're into that committed relationship. Then the third important skill is to recognize when someone does not meet your criteria and have the ability to move them quickly and easily out of your life. So you're not 2, 3, 4, 10, 12 dates in with someone that you're really not wanting to be in a relationship with. Okay,
so you mentioned the ability to see obstacles that come up.
Yes.
But you're not having to deal with them. I mean, it's like you don't want to take a date to your parents' house for dinner, right?
Yeah, you're not, although I would recommend that, and when you're in the beginnings of, like, you've gone from dating to dating exclusively, you want to start doing that. But in your first few dates, you're looking for the obstacles, like, all too often I hear people making excuses like, well, they didn't text me back. Well, maybe this happened or maybe that happened.
Women do that.
Women do that, and men do it too, but women tend to do it more.
Sure.
And they make excuses and stories about what could possibly be happening, and all of that may or may not be true, but it's only true in your head. And so an obstacle would be, oh, this person isn't texting the way that works for me. Does this work for me? And make it turning the dating process from how can I justify what this person is doing versus is what they're doing actually working and working for me. That doesn't mean the other person's a bad person. Some people are great at texting and phone calls and communication, other people aren't. What level do you need to feel like you're safe and secure in the relationship? Because I guarantee if you start dating someone that doesn't make you feel safe and secure in the relationship in the first couple weeks, it's not going to get any better because everyone's on their best behavior in the first couple weeks.
Don't you find, though, that when it comes to dating, what I've understood is that people will tell you who they really are in the first couple dates because they're not invested in anything. So listen to what they tell you.
Honestly and truly. And the women, I work exclusively with women now, and this is true for men as well. When I work with men and women, and the women that I work with, they can tell on after a few weeks working with me, they can tell on the texts, they can tell on the phone call, and they can tell on the first date, and it just keeps dialing back and dialing back. And somebody that went from not just recently we had a touch base phone call. Somebody that went from not being able to weed anybody out was like, I just had a phone call with her last week. She's like, I weeded this person out for this reason, this person out for that reason, and now I have 3 dates, and I like this about this person, I like this about this person, and this about this. This is actually fun.
Yeah.
This is someone that was in tears 3 weeks ago because of feeling rejected. And
Yeah, she thought it was all about her.
yes.
And then you say that the next thing is the ability to move towards and invite a phenomenal fit partner.
Yes, so many people, especially I work exclusively with women that are older, 45 and older, but this all works for anyone at any age, but especially when you've had a few relationships or a marriage that divorce, you just start losing the belief that it will happen for you, and everyone I work with says, I think this is going to happen for everyone else but me. And that is the biggest obstacle and roadblock, is because you behave, if you think I'm not going to lose weight, and we can put you on any diet program in the world, but if you don't believe that your goal is attainable, you're not going to have the fortitude and willpower to go through the obstacles to get you there. So if you've got to get to the place where you know it, you see it, you can feel it in your bones that this is going to be what works for you, so you can do all the hard work emotionally, mentally, physically to get yourself in the right situation with the right person. Everyone says, how do I get the most dates online? I said, we only need one.
Yep,
we only
just
need
one
good date. It's quality over quantity every time.
Kelly, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Ellen.
it.